Hello, hello. Live again. All over again. We're doing this. We're going to do a quick recruitment. You can do a free one. You get anything special? Nothing special. Okay. I don't have a Lady Basket Legion yet. That honestly might be the thing I grab. Because I don't really have a way of acquiring one through ZA. So, that's what we'll do. Cool, cool. We got ourselves a fish. Just wanted to do one, though, for the missions. Nope, no. That I hate the menu sometimes. Okay. Oh, I need to take part in a ranked battle as well. Okay, let's do that real quick. We got 1 hour left on the season. Can I make any last push to 1800? I don't know. We'll see. If I don't get it, I don't get it. It's kind of whatever. I got 1800 at some point. I think I'm improving my skills. I did review some of the games that I played before. Okay. Glamora. I think we need to lead Aegislash to deal with the Glamora, potentially, although the Arcanine's kind of scary for that. I don't know what to do here. The Conkeldur's kind of scary. They're probably going to try to set... This looks like a hard Trick Room, to be honest. So I probably want to try and do my best to deny the Trick Room. Which, honestly, I think I can do with a Delphox Sableye lead. And then, since it is Trick Room, I think... There's a lot of fairies here. And a lot of fighting types. Neither of these Pokemon look particularly good here. I think the Hydreigon looks a little bit better with Scarfed Earth Power. Oh, but they probably want to Trick Room. We're just going to go with Aurorus. I don't know if that was the right play, though. Arcanine Mimikyu. Okay. I think the play here is definitely go for Hypnosis into the Mimikyu. And Gravity. I don't think you understand the gravity of the situation you're getting yourself into here. Although, wait a minute. If he goes for a Rock-type move into my Delphox, this is really bad. Let's go for it. This is probably a bad idea. It doesn't have Intimidate, which definitely means it has Rock Head. If I'm using Gravity, that means that Head Smash is going to be a one-hit KO. Or is going to be no resistance or whatever. Oh. Okay, yeah, Head Smash, this just destroys me. And he takes no recoil. I think I bring in the Aegislash, since it's kind of like super effective against both. So, Sacred Sword is going to be super effective against the Arcanine. I think we... It's going to outspeed. I think we quash it. The Mimikyu's faster than Aegislash. That's good information to have. Oh, the Arcanine survived. That actually really sucks, because now Flare Blitz just KOs. Oh, wait! No, it doesn't, because he went for Sableye. Okay, but Mimikyu outspeeds as well. I think we King's Shield and Protect. Or Detect, I guess. Shadow Claw, okay. They both go down to the stage and attack. That's awesome. Okay, I'm not too concerned anymore about getting KO to these guys now. Although if they double into me, then that is problematic, actually. Well, not if it's burned. Can you go for Sacred Sword here? Or wait, what could they have in the back? Yeah, we definitely go for Sacred Sword there. Yeah, and then we go for Will-O-Wisp into the Mimikyu. Which, that should break the disguise, right? Or do only hits break the disguise? Does chip damage from a status break a disguise? Oh! He wanted to take out the Sableye. I guess that makes sense. It was my form of speed control. But I definitely tank a Flare Blitz in this mode. Still, though, I'm down 2 Pokemon. They're only down 1. Only direct damage from type. Okay, only direct damage breaks the Mimikyu disguise. Didn't know that. Grappling Sableye is cool. What moves does Mega Delphox have? It has Heat Wave, Focus Blast, Psyshock, and Hypnosis. I think I just lose this. I don't think there's a way I can win this. This is just not a good start. I think if I Protect here, or King's Shield, and get an Ancient Power off, then maybe? I'm gonna go for Ancient Power and a Mimikyu just to break it. If I get an Omni Boost, then maybe there's a chance, but that's the only way. Well, I do resist this, at least. And I can't get frozen because I'm an Ice type. Ooh. Well. Roselli Berry, at least. Oh my gosh, that thing's doing, like, no damage. I guess it is burned in -1. No Protect. Yeah, that is the biggest threat, is that there's no Protect. Which means I very much so can... I'm very susceptible to certain things. Or to a lot of things, honestly. Okay. I think we... Let me go for that. And I think we honestly... Do we go for Blizzard? I think we just go for another Ancient Power. Try to fish for that Omni Boost, because I really think that's the only way I win this. Okay. Shadow... that is super effective! Darn it! Ah! It crit. That may have mattered, because then it ignored its -1. It was -1 from King's Shield. Omni Boost? Nope. I think I just go down here. Although the Mimikyu's not doing much. Maybe I can go for... Maybe. Although it's single target now. I think even if I get the Omni Boost, I'm not winning this. Hold up. Aurora Veil? They may have misplayed here. They could have just... They should have just attacked. Although that is quad effective. But they're at -1 and burned. Granted, I'm quad weak to it, though. I should have gone for that in the Mimikyu. The Mimikyu is actually the threat to me. I'm just going to resign this. I'm not going to keep fishing for an... At that point, I would have needed to get it sooner. Especially with them having Aurora Veil up, there was no way I was winning that. Does Gravity give Delphox its ground weakness back? Yes, it does. But usually... But on turn 1, especially on lead, nobody ever expects... Nobody ever expects that you're going to go for Gravity, because no one ever realizes that it's a Gravity team. So no one goes for a ground move into it until after the Gravity's set up. So even though it doesn't have its ability, it does for 1 turn. Okay, Delphox looks phenomenal here. It looks like this is... Well, oh, it's a Chestnut and Feraligatr team. With Trick Room in mind. This is definitely Trick Room through and through. So, Hydreigon is great for dealing with the Giraffe, but terrible with dealing with Mimikyu as their setter. I think we just want to put things to sleep, and as long as they don't lead the Gator right away, then I think Delphox is the answer to that one. Put it to sleep. And then... Aegislash is pretty good here. Actually, Aegislash is very good here. Question is, what do I have in the back? Is it Aurorus? The only fighting type is the Chestnut, and I don't think he brings the Chestnut because the Delphox is scary for it. I think this is our play. Farigiraf, Hydrapple. Okay. Hydrapple is a little bit concerning because I think it can actually do a decent amount of damage, but normally it's pretty bulky. Do we just try to get a lot of damage off with Heat Wave, or do we try to put the Giraffe to sleep? Actually, you know what? I think we let them get the Trick Room up, and we just put... I think we put the Hydrapple to sleep. Although we do outspeed. But the Giraffe doesn't really put that much pressure on us. Another funny thing about Gravity is a lot of people don't expect it, and they will lead Garchomp next to either Aerodactyl, Charizard, or Rotom. And then they go for Earthquake until a lot of ground weak Pokemon I protect, and then they just KO their own Pokemon. Okay. Okay. I think we go for Heat Wave here. Either that or we Hypnosis the Giraffe, but like I said, I'm not really worried about Farigiraf doing that much damage. Otherwise, I could be really oppressive and just try to... I could Hypnosis the Giraffe as well. Otherwise, I could just I think I just Heat Wave. Honestly. And... do we Will-O-Wisp the Giraffe? Or do we swap? I think we swap to Aegislash. It's a slower Pokemon. How slow is Hydrapple? Jarvis, how slow is Hydrapple? Very slow. My goodness, it underspeeds everything I can do. Okay. I'm glad we went for this. So Hydrapple's going to move first. It's probably going to go for a Dragon-type move. I don't think... It definitely doesn't go for a Grass-type move. I'm going to swap into Aurorus. And go for... Poltergeist is guaranteed right now. We're going to go for Poltergeist into the Hydrapple. He's swapping the Fari into Gator. Earth Power. Oh. That's not great. This should KO the Hydrapple, though. I didn't know Hydrapple got that move, to be completely honest. Hobbenberry. That's to negate Dragon-type moves, right? Now, I'm pretty familiar with Feraligatr. Its speed should be 98. It should be slower. We got 2 turns left of Trick Room. What about Mimikyu? Mimikyu also outspeeds. Aurorus should move first here. I think we go for Blizzard. If it Megas, then we want to go for Blizzard. If it doesn't, then we want to go for Thunder. But there's no way Gator comes and doesn't Mega. I think we can just go for Blizzard to try and hit both. And then... Oh, Aegislash is going to move second, isn't it? Oh, no, it's going to move first. I want it to move... Wait, no. No. We go for Iron Head into the Mimikyu here every time. Because Aurorus... Yeah, Aurorus is slower than Aegislash. Cool. Both my Pokemon under speed. And that breaks the Mimikyu's Sash. Or, not Sash, Disguise. And then this should KO. Now something's getting hit with the Oh no, he's going for Liquidation. I guess I am weak to that. Yeah, I do get KO'd to that. Here's where we bring out... Oh, this is actually really bad. This is not good at all. Here's where not having Protect on the Delphox sucks. Alright, we're gonna bring out Sableye again. Just to protect it. Oh, this really, really sucks. One more turn Trick Room. What's the reasoning behind Aurorus on the team? I'll explain it in a moment. Give me a moment. I need to... I just have to protect, like... I think I just go for Poltergeist here. Into the Gator. It's either that, or go for Sacred Sword. Or Iron Head into the... No, we go for Poltergeist into the Gator. So, Aurorus, a couple different things. The biggest thing with Aurorus is... Oh, this doesn't do anything. So, Aurorus is there primarily to be disruptive to opposing weather. Primarily to, Primarily for Charizard Y. Okay, Sableye is completely useless here. Okay, thank goodness they protected, or forfeited. So the Aurorus has a couple purposes. I think it's actually kind of a slept-on Pokemon right now. It does have a lot of weaknesses, and you need to be careful of that. But it is... I was particularly looking for something to overwrite opposing Sand. Because the team is pretty weak into Sand. If I take a look here, there's not really much for Sand here. Dragonite's weak to rocks. Delphox is weak to both rock and dark, which is both of Tyranitar stabs. It's also weak to ground once I have gravity up. So, like, this was just very weak into sand, so I wanted some sort of thing to overwrite weather. I could have gone for rain, but Delphox, that's anti-synergy into rain with Heat Wave, so that's really not what I want to do. So the only other options really were snow or sun. Now, sun does look pretty good. I could go for, but then I'd be having two fire types on the same team, which works. I mean, there are weaknesses in the team, don't get me wrong. This isn't a very defensively sound team. It's a very hyper-offensive one. But then I basically was like, well, Torkoal, it doesn't really do what I wanted. And the other thing was Charizard Sun. Because this doesn't really pair great into Charizard Sun specifically as well. It can't really... Alolan Ninetales is weak to that. Vanillux is weak to that. And Torkoal doesn't really help with the Sun matchup either. So I figured I wanted more defensive and offensive profile covered. And Aurorus has actually decent bulk for the setting. It's got shockingly okay bulk. That it can actually survive like an attack that it's weak to or two. If they're not necessarily invested fully in attack, it's not from the hardest hitting in the team. You can use Stone Edge on Aurorus to OK Megazard, especially under gravity, 100% accurate. That's what Ancient Power is there for. Aurorus is a special attacker, not a physical attacker. So, actually, what's its stats again? I mean, I can see them right there, but that's an after investment. Yeah, its special attack's quite a bit higher than its attack, and I wanted to go off of Blizzard. And Ancient Power, OHKO's Zard Y. That's the other thing. Ancient Power, always OHKO's Zard Y. It also is neutral to fire rather than being weak to it, like Alolan Ninetales would be. And most importantly, and here's the thing, Sand. I needed this guy to overwrite Sand was the biggest thing. And off lead, I can lead this guy into Sand, forcing Tyranitar to either Mega Evolve, because it's slower than Tyranitar. Very important. Alolan Ninetales is not, and you can't ever get an Alolan Ninetales to be slower than a Tyranitar that's uninvested in speed. Meanwhile, this guy, you absolutely can. It just is by default. So, that means that on lead, Snow Warning happens second. Now, if they Mega Evolve, they win the Weather War in that interaction, but it forces them to get their Mega Evolution out of the way right away, rather than preserving it so that they can keep secure weather dominance later on. And also, if they get the weather up, big whoop, I'm a rock type. I get the special defense boost as well. So, really, it's a combination of unique typing, a unique speed tier. It is weak to a lot of stuff, though. So I don't bring it to every matchup. But it proves itself in a lot of matchups. But it's a very, definitely niche pick that I'm using for a very particular purpose on this team. And I've won 10 games with it, apparently. So, that's neat. But I think it's kind of slept on right now because, yes, its defensive profile isn't all that great. But, you know, with Snow Up, it actually is decent. So, that's kind of the goals with it. Also, the season resets in a half hour, basically. Yeah, I guess I could maybe run it physically. I haven't really considered running it physically, but I don't know. Okay, now this. Is that Zard X or Zard Y? Who knows? Most likely Zard Y. I think he's probably gonna fake out with Kangaskhan. So... Okay, what else is here? The Garchomp is kind of threatening. Kingambit and Basculegion are like two of my worst enemies. We kind of need the Hydreigon to answer the Basculegion. I think... There's no fairies, so Hydreigon looks really good here. What do I have for... I could Draco Meteor or something right away. Snarl. I'll lead Sableye and Aurorus for a safer-ish play, and then kind of have these guys in the back. Though Aegislash... Well, the Hydreigon... I really don't have a great answer to the Aegislash. Or, not Aegislash, Kingambit. Maybe I should swap Snarl for Aura Sphere on Hydreigon. That's a consideration, because I haven't really hit Snarl much, and when I did, it really didn't do much. So, maybe instead of Snarl, I swap it for Aura Sphere just to hit Kingambit. Have something else that threatens it. Kangaskhan Whimsicott. Okay, so in this situation... I think I go for Will-O-Wisp into the Kenga. And go for Blizzard. Because nothing here really threatens either of the Pokemon all that much. Roselli Berry keeps the Whimsicott safe. Although if he swaps to Zard, the weather doesn't get overwritten yet because you need to Mega Evolve. So I'm safe to go for Blizzard here. It's a guaranteed hit on both. He did fake out the Sableye, which is okay. Because even if he goes for Moonblast into it, I still survive it with the Roselli Berry. Can I get a Stray Freeze somewhere? That is a not very bulky... Oh, wait, never mind. That's a crit. I double crit. The crit on the Whimsicott definitely didn't matter, though. I freeze the Whimsicott! This is a rough start for them. I think we just make sure that we get our gravity set up, because... Well... If that's a Scarf Chomp, then I think it's more important that, well... I think we just go for Quash into the Kangaskhan, and then go for Blizzard again. And hope the Whimsicott doesn't thaw and go for Moonblast. There go his Pokemon! That's what Aurorus is here to do. Now we get to see what he has in the back, which does give me a bit more direction. Okay, Garchomp. And Kingambit. Okay, so he's not going for Earthquake, that's for sure. Do we go for Gravity? Yeah, because our best answer for Kingambit... Well, we have Hydreigon. Well, what does Hydreigon do to... Oh, we have Earth Power into Kingambit. I think we... Kingambit might have Low Kick, but I survive a Low Kick. I think we just go for Quash again? Because I think if we just take out the Garchomp, then in the back, the, what's it called? I clean up. Ooh, Iron Head. I did not consider Iron Head. That's not a... I know it's a stab move, but it's a pretty common... How many times does that kill over? Hey, Dragon Claw. Ooh, I may have just fumbled this. Although I am still immune to ground, fortunately. I think what I have to do... Because obviously the fear here is the Kingambit Sucker Punch. I think I have to gamble a little bit here. Mega Evolve Hypnosis. Because then it doesn't... And then I think we have to Draco Meteor the Garchomp, which locks me into Draco, but we need to take it out, I think. There's a lot of gambling involved in this. Because I need... Well, maybe not. We'll see. Because if he goes for Sucker Punch, then I'm fine. It depends on what he does with the Garchomp, really. Kingambit Protect. Okay. Scarf Hydreigon should take out the Garchomp here, unless it's Sash. Or, well, it's not Hobbenberry. I would have seen that before. Okay, it KOs. Unfortunately, though, this means I'm choice locked into Draco, which now I'm -2 and Kingambit resists. So he knows he can't Sucker Punch. Does he Kowtow, though? We're in the Gambit 50-50. Because if I miss Hypnosis, I guess it's more than a 50-50. Hypnosis is the safer play. Hypnosis is the much safer play. I wish I could switch moves, but I can't. Guess I get some chip off. He didn't... Oh, no, he probably went for Kowtow. Okay, connected. Okay. Now I got a 33% chance he stays asleep. Heat Wave. I think if he wakes up, he wins. And that's just about it. If he wakes up for the Sucker Punch, I think he wins. Because I don't think I have a way of dealing with him. Okay, wait, he didn't even Sucker Punch. Then the only way I lose, I think, is if the Heat Wave misses and he wakes up. Does he not have Sucker Punch? Huh. That was an interesting game. That Kingambit... I'm definitely... I think Earth Power is actually the better play on the Hydreigon. Especially with Gravity. Okay, there we go. That was a weird game. His Kingambit must not have Sucker Punch. Wait, I was going to make a change, wasn't I? No, I wasn't, because I thought about changing to get Aura Sphere on Hydreigon, but I changed my mind. Because Earth Power also hits it super effectively. Okay, we got a Rain team here. Then we really want Aurora. So here's an... Oh, wait. I think Politoed is the one... Politoed is the one rain set, like weather setter that's... Wait, no, it's faster than my Aurorus. Okay, we can safely lead Aurorus here then. I think Sableye as well. There's a cheeky thing I can do here with Sableye. Quash the Basculegion if he tries to flip turn and Thunder. Aegislash is basically mandatory for the matchup into Archaludon. And then Dragonite is better in the rain than my... Dragonite's pretty much here just for the rain matchup. So, this is it, I believe. Although the peppers are there. The peppers are not great for Aegislash. Although, do they bring the peppers? They obviously bring the peppers. Well, they might have Mega Dragonite, actually. I don't have a whole lot of physical attackers, so I think they leave the peppers behind. Scoville and Incin. I just said I think they leave the peppers behind. Off rip, peppers. Okay. What does he do here? My guess is Parting Shot into try and get Pelipper in. I think we just protect. And then Sableye, I think... I think we just double protect to block any fake out. Well, but I can't get faked out as Sableye. I think I want to delay getting the gravity set up, though. They're not really threatening any setup, so I think the double protect here is the play. Scout what they're trying to do. I will say a grass-type move into the Aurorus would not be the best. Ladder rating, not great. I'm not great at this game yet. I'm trying to learn. Okay. He might go for a fire-type move. Honestly, I think we just go for Ancient Power into the Ensign. And then... do we go for Gravity? The Sableye is kind of useless here. I think it is nice to get the Gravity up. My Ratterlanking, it varies between 1700 and 1800. Okay, Leech Seed into the Sableye is annoying. Because that does kind of force me out. Okay, Parting Shot. He's probably going into Politoed to get his own weather up. Okay. If I get the Omni Boost, then I might leave Aurorus in, but otherwise... oh my gosh, I did get the Omni Boost. Same here, also steered at VGC with champions, currently hovering around 1650 and using a Mega Delphox. Follow me, Clefairy team. Nice, nice. Okay, now Aurorus is super threatened by a Weather Ball here. And even though I got the Omni Boost, and that's awesome... well, actually, you know what? YOLO, Thunder. Although he could Rage Powder. And that is the threat here. And we did this... this loses to Rage Powder Weather Ball. But I don't care. I'm going for it anyway because it's funny if it works. I didn't see Rage Powder. Hey, we're in the clear. Oh my gosh, it survived. It survived at +1. Oh my god, I'm dead. This Aurorus is dead. I lose the Weather War. Yeah, because... I mean, that's okay. I didn't care that much about the weather. Like, yes, the Weather War is kind of nice to engage in. It did put some pressure on them, but now I can just bring in Dragonites, who can threaten both. And I think we swap Sableye here, because Gravity's already active. And we don't even need Gravity, to be honest. Definitely Mega. We don't have a spread move. I think we go for Hurricane into the Politoed. That covers for Rage Powder. Although, what's the bigger threat here? The bigger threat is honestly staying Leech Seeded, so you know what? We're just going to go for that and then swap to Aegislash. Clear that stupid Leech... I hate the Peppers so much. Okay, Rage Powder. That's okay with me. I was attacking that guy anyway. And this protects, this protects, Aegislash from getting knocked out next turn. Or from being burned from Rage Powder. That does break Multiscale. Actually, no, it doesn't, because the Politoed has a turn here before... And this would break... This is the Multiscale. Ooh! I'm glad I had the Multiscale still active. Well, now my speed's down. What's my Dragonite's? 167? So now it's only 111? If this is a fast Politoed, it outspeeds. The Politoed's not the threat, though. The fish is. I think we have to double the fish. Like, because Last Respects is just stupid. I think we win this, though, because Sableye can come in and quash the Basculegion in the end, as long as it's not Sash. Because I don't think the Politoed threatens a KO here at all, on either Pokemon. The only thing that's threatening is the... Oh wait, there's another Pokemon in the back. Incin. Do I still KO with Poltergeist? Oh no, that's really bad. That means it's not Scarf. Okay. And we probably don't outspeed with the Dragonite anymore. Because of Intimidate. Well, because of Icy Wind. Although he said we were still 111. Basculegion isn't terribly fast. You know what? Let's go for Thunder into it. I can do the calc real quick. Basculegion, Scarf Adaptability. If we get rid of the Scarf, 130. If it's max speed investment, it outspeeds still. But usually non-Scarf variants are investing more into bulk, so I'm just gonna hope. And then we definitely swap into Sableye. Okay, he's going for the Dragonite. Dragonite survives. They weren't invested into bulk. They were invested into speed. Good to know. That's threat neutralized. Darkest Lariat, though. Into the Sableye. Rain down. Gravity's back to normal. Okay. I definitely outspeed both Pokemon here. I think the play is just Draco. Into the Incin. I think I Draco into the Incin. And then this is going to seem really weird, but I think I Will-O-Wisp the Politoed. Because what else does Sableye do? And then I can come in on the last turn, and I can protect. And, Lumberry? Oh man, that ruined any potential of anything there. I don't know about this one. Every Darkest... Okay. I think that lost me any win con that I had. Well, maybe. The thing is, there's not much that the Politoed can do against Aegislash. What's Incineroar outspeeds, doesn't it? I think my play here is to King's Shield, try to get him to -1, because he can't just side target to avoid it. He can't fake out to avoid it. He'd have to go for some sort of status move, which usually Incin doesn't run a status move. So this does get him to -1, which means I can tank the hit from the Incin a little bit better. And then I think I need to eliminate the Incin next turn with a Sacred Sword. And then hopefully I can survive the double. And hopefully I can KO the Incin also. I don't outspeed, but I can definitely tank a hit from the Incin at -1. Oh wait, I outspeed? This is a slow Incin. He survives though. Okay. That's... I think I lose this. I think I go down, because I'm not... Oh my gosh! Politoed! My goodness! What? I guess I... Well, I guess... Okay, no, it wasn't that tanky because it was in sword form. So I did have really low defenses. So that makes sense. Aegislash is slow. It's only 60 base speed. Incin has 60 base speed. Oh, but I have 2 speed investment. Politoed has 70 base speed. Okay, so that makes sense they're undersped. Okay. This is opposing Delphox. And Tyranitar. We're going to lead Aurorus. Once again, because of the whole sand interaction thing that we discussed. Aegislash seems pretty necessary here. There's a lot of dark types, though. That's kind of scary for Aegislash. I think Hydreigon's a good matchup for that, and then... It's weird not having the Sableye, though. Do we just let them have their sand? No, this is not a good one to... Maybe we leave behind Aegislash, honestly. Because the only thing that Aegislash is really good into is the Primarina. And the... Yeah, I think we leave behind the Aegislash. I think we lead Aurorus and Sableye. Although Sableye isn't... Other than getting Gravity, what does Sableye do with so many Dark types? Like... I don't know. I think Hydreigon is good, and so is Delphox. Right? Yeah. Okay, he's leading Delphox, Meowscarada. What is Meowscarada's speed? Also, I should assume that he outspeeds my Delphox. Whoa! Meowscarada's fast! Oh my gosh, okay. I didn't realize the speed on Meowscarada. Cool. Okay, I think I take a hit from the Delphox. We just go for Ancient Power into it. We are weak to Meowscarada's Flower Trick. I think we just go for Blizzard, or... We just go for Blizzard? I think we just go for Blizzard. And then... We go for Gravity or Will-O-Wisp? No. We Protect. And we go for Willow. Into the Meow. Because then next turn, if the Meow hits the Aurorus, it's going to do less damage. And there's no way they KO the Sableye this turn. Oh my gosh, I forgot that... Oh, Roselli Berry saves me here. Okay. Oh, I can survive another one of those. Even without the Roselli Berry. Okay, well now it's no longer a grass type. Or now it's no longer a dark type, so I can't... I think I go for Ancient Power into the Delphox, and I just do the same play as last time, but now it's no longer immune. It's no longer immune, so, this time I can actually Will-O-Wisp it. And there's no way Flower Trick OHKOs, right? Right? I have the snow up. I survived this. Yeah. Absolutely. And that's a... Oh, yeah. It always crits. What am I thinking? I was about to be like, man, that's a crit! Oh, wait, yeah. It's guaranteed. Ancient Power. Okay. I think here we go for Blizzard. Because I think we tank another one, and then... But we go for Quash. Slow down the Meowscarada so it can't get another hit off. What? Did I not use Quash? I swear I used Quash. Did I click the wrong button? Well, now I get KO'd. Because now it's single target. Well, I definitely underspeed and I never got gravity up, so that's not good. This is not particularly good. I can't go for Earth Power because gravity's not up. I think the best play here is Dark Pulse. Or maybe Snarl. What could be in the back? I think I lose this every time. I think I have to go for... Because that resists dark, resist dark, resist dark. Everything that's in the back resists dark. So, like, Dark Pulse is not the play. But I have no real way of dealing with... we're gonna go for Dark Pulse, so... And then... Psyshock into the Meow. I guess. I hope it's not a Dark type they swapped into. That's not a Dark type! Oh my gosh! I just unintentionally read them. They definitely outspeed though, because my Delphox is like 2 points lower in speed than max speed. Unless they're... Okay. Okay, hold up. Unless they're Sash Sneasler. Sash Sneasler is how I, It's gonna be a miracle if I recover from this. Because they still have one more Pokemon in the back. Kingambit. Okay, they just go for Sucker Punch and win. Now I'm locked into Dark Pulse. I have to go for Hypnosis into the Kingambit. Because otherwise it just Sucker Punches me and KOs. If I can put them to sleep with this Hypnosis, then I think I'm on track to win, actually. They misses, though. I mean, that makes sense. I didn't have gravity up. I have to do the same thing. But now, Meowscarada resists. But Meowscarada's burned. I guess I go for Dark Pulse into the Meow. And Hypnosis into the Kingambit. Because it's like my only hope. Is if I can put this Kingambit to sleep. And that this... Yeah, because he's going to keep going for Sucker Punch. Okay. Triple Axle. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it missed! It's Scarfed. It's also Scarfed into that. Because it outsped. Okay. We have one guaranteed turn of sleep. I think the play here is to... Well, we have to Dark Pulse something. I guess we'll Dark Pulse the Kingambit, probably. Because Heat Wave takes out the Meowscarada here. It's locked into an Ice-type move. I think I go for Heat Wave here. This probably... That is... Oh, it's burned! You know, if either of these miss, I'm gonna be upset at myself. It missed. It missed the Kingambit. If it wakes up here... Wait, is this the guaranteed sleep turn? How much damage do I do to Kingambit? Heat Wave deals single target. It always OHKOs if it connects. And that's better accuracy than Focus Blast. Darn it! Ugh! Well, you know what? This could be a battle of attrition. Because if they don't have low kick... Although, I am pretty low on HP from that Meowscarada's triple axle. Wait, Dark Pulse can flinch, though. Dark Pulse can flinch. Hold up. Dark Pulse can flinch. I have a chance. If I get enough Dark Pulse flinches off. Flinch, flinch. Hold up. There's a chance. If I crit here, then I think I win. I think that's it. Okay, if I get a flinch. Flinch? Flinch? This dude has got... I saw the out, and I played it. I say I don't think that KOs because I'm a dark type and I resist. This dude's gotta be just so ticked off. This is why we love Pokemon. And that's my last game of the season. That is my last game of the first season of Regulation MA. What a great way to end out the season at 17:30. Okay, we'll quit battling because I don't know what it's going to do with the season ending there. Because the season technically ends... Oh, wait, no, it ends in another hour. Okay. I thought it was at 8 o'clock. It's at 9 o'clock. Okay, never mind. It's not my last game of the season. Oh boy, I have a little badge with a Sableye. Poor guy. After the first flinch, he should have just clicked Sucker Punch. Hey, that's on him for not clicking Sucker Punch. Cause yeah, if he had just Sucker Punch, he knew I was locked into Dark Pulse. Otherwise, I would have done something else. And I bet if he had Sucker Punch, he would have whittled me down enough. Yeah, because two of them would have KO'd. Well, then I don't feel as bad about losing it because he made a misplay that led to me winning. Even though I still shouldn't have won because it was a lot of RNG. Okay, well, let's play another game. Okay. What is this team? It's Mega Gengar, most likely. Well, yeah, definitely. Probably Mega Dragonite. What looks better here? Delphox or... Delphox is weak to the Ghost. I think a good lead here is Aegislash Sableye. Sableye is very disruptive, and with Quash, I can pull off more BS than people think I can. Hydreigon looks pretty decent here. Actually, Hydreigon looks really good here. They don't have any weather, so I don't necessarily need the Aurora, so that's primarily to oppose on weather. Then it's just a matter of the Delphox or the Dragonites. The Delphox underspeeds the Gengar and would be weak to it. Dragonite, on the other hand... There's no Ice-type Pokemon here. There is an opposing Dragonite that can hit me for super effective with Dragon, and Moonblast from the... I think the Mega Dragonite's the play on this one, honestly. Because I'm not going to be outspeeding anyway. I think this is our play. Sneasler Whimsicott. Well, he can't fake out. He cannot fake out. That is just a fact. I think I Iron Head the Whimsicott. And actually both of my Pokemon just really counter him. Right now. Unless he has Throat Chop. If he has Throat Chop, then that's a bit rough. But I think we go for Will-O-Wisp into the Whimsicott. With the idea that we Iron Head, dock it down to Sash, and then Will-O-Wisp just takes it out. I don't want to deal with a Whimsicott. Tailwind. Okay. I don't think a Throat Chop KOs either of my Pokemon. Okay. Whimsicott's going down here. They did get their Tailwind up, but I think I can easily... Okay, Acrobatics? Is it no item, Sneasler? No, I feel like that would have done more if it was no item. Oh, it doesn't KO. That is a bulky Whimsicott. It's not sashed? Okay, I would have never expected that. Honestly, I think we just... And now I know they have Acrobatics, so they really... There's no way they don't... There's no way they have Throat Chop, so my Aegislash is kind of just free to do whatever here. I think we go for Iron Head again into the Whimsicott. And I think we go for Will-O-Wisp into the Sneasler. Breaks any potential sessions. Absolutely. Anything new this season. Shops, items closed. We don't know yet. We'll know in another hour. In an hour is when it resets. This really does nothing then. Whimsicott used Moonblast. I have the Roselia Berry. And given how much this thing's invested in bulk, I highly doubt that it KOs. Yeah. That eliminates one threat to my Dragonite. Oh, I thought it was 8, but it's 8:59. You and me both. Okay. Now, the Gengar does threaten the Aegislash, but I think we just do this. Poltergeist and Quash. No one ever expects the Quash tech. No Mega? No Mega? Focus Band? What am I playing against? What? It wasn't Mega Gengar, it was Focus Band Gengar, everybody! Okay, now I'm playing against a Sneasler. And then a Dragonite. Okay. There's a 3-hour maintenance as soon as the season ends. Oh, well that's rough. Okay, we could just break the Sash, but I think... Or not the Sash, the Multiscale. What is this guy doing? Okay, I think we go for Poltergeist. And I think we just get the Gravity up. I think that's more important than anything else, and... Well, then again, Hydreigon just outspeeds and KOs. I think we get the Gravity up to make sure that we connect the Poltergeist. Although this does guarantee whatever they go for is going to be... Dragonite usually runs a set of, like, Thunder, Hurricane... Or Mega Dragonite, specifically, usually runs a set of, like, Thunder, Hurricane... I'm not really worried about the Sneasler. It's burned. Like... It can't do squat to my Aegislash. Sableye still living. It's living on a prayer. Okay, it's got Thunderbolt. Yeah, that's okay. Even in sword form, I tank that. Oh my gosh! That was through Multiscale! Man, Aegislash is just nuts. I mean, I guess that was through... Whatever, but I think what we do here is we just do the same thing. Poltergeist and Quash. I think this person is pretty new to the game, to be honest. Acrobatics into the Aegislash. It definitely dies here. All they have left is this burned Sneasler. Okay. I say, I don't think there's a threat here. Is there a maintenance tonight? Let's see. Yes, there is a maintenance. Okay. 12 to 15. So, noon to 3 on Wednesday, May 13th. But it's Japan time. And right now it is 10:12 in Tokyo. Right? Wait, let me go back. The maintenance is from 12 to 3 UTC, I think. Right? No, 11 to 2. Okay, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. EDT. Okay. EDT to CST. It is 1 hour ahead? That doesn't seem right. Wait, 3 to 6 UTC. Okay. Wait, doing time zone conversions is difficult. Subtract 6 hours from UTC to get CST. Okay, so 6 hours behind 3 p.m. CST. No, 3 o'clock a.m. CST. So minus 6 hours, that's 9 p.m. Yeah, okay. There's a... You're absolutely right, Corey, or Mr. Corey. There's a 3-hour maintenance once this is done. So, gotta get the last games of the season in. I'm battling against Trainer. If there's maintenance, I'm assuming they're doing some sort of changes. Okay, this is Mega Floette. Like, that is just Mega Floette. It might be Mega Aerodactyl as well. But we definitely have to bring Delphox and Aegislash. Those are, like, musts into this matchup. We outspeed, so it's not as important that we... Although we don't outspeed Aerodactyl. And if they get Tailwind up, that could be problematic. So, I think Sableye Delphox is important. Aegislash in the back to tank it. We leave behind Hydreigon every time here, and Aurorus, I think, is pretty useful as well. The Kingambit is threatening, but there are ways to survive it. What do we do against Incin lead? I think I lead Aegislash, actually. And then have the Delphox in the back. Do you want the Aurorus out front, actually? Actually, I think we lead Sableye, Aurorus, Aegislash, and Delphox in the back. I think that's our play. Okay, Floette, Incin. He's probably threatening a fake-out Calm Mind here, which is not particularly great. I I could just go for Ancient Power into the Ensign. I could just go for Blizzard overall. I can't really do much into the Ensign here. I can't stop the Fake Out threat. So I think I just Protect. I think I just double Protect. Although that probably was a misplay. I should have Will-O-Wisped. I should have Will-O-Wisped the Floette. Well, I don't know, because I just hope it doesn't Calm Mind. Just don't Calm Mind. Please don't Calm Mind. Detect. Also, the fact that Sableye gets Detect is, like, so satisfying to me. Oh man, it faked out the Aurorus! Big surprise there! Okay, went for Dazzling Gleam. That means we know what somewhat to expect. Okay. I think we go for Ancient Power into the Ensign. With Will-O-Wisp into the Floette. I do tank a Dazzling Gleam. And if I can just get a little bit of chip damage over time, it builds up. Especially when it happens this early in the game. So... Although this means I'm not going to be able to put it to sleep, actually. That might be a bad thing, come to think of it. Well, I can hit it on its physical side, though, because of... I can hit it on the physical side with Psyshock. And they don't have Tailwind active, so that's good. Dark... Okay. Sableye survived! Okay. Ancient Power. I do like seeing that. Floette was hurt by Burn. We go for Blizzard. I think we just go for another Ancient. I think we go for Blizzard. Get more chip off it. And then I think we get the Gravity set up. Well, do we need Gravity? What are our other moves? Aegislash has Poltergeist. But Poltergeist is pretty... Like, Poltergeist is pretty accurate even without it. It might be more valuable to Quash. You know, I think I actually just Detect, actually. I think I preserve the Sableye for one more turn. It slows them down a little bit. Flare Blitz, ooh. Okay, Aurorus does go down. Does it have a Citrus Berry? Okay, no Citrus Berry. I think at this point we bring in the Delphox. We know he has Darkest Lariat, though, which is not good for me. I think I have to deal with the Ensign first, and the way I deal with that is Aegislash. Because Delphox is weak. It is frail. And I go for Sacred Sword into the Ensign. With... Do I go for Gravity? I think I go for Gravity, finally. Yeah, because I want the Floette to move first. Because I want it to move while the Aegislash is... Okay, it protected. Perfect. It gets a hit off the Aegislash, but I should be able to tank it. Oh, never mind. I just kill it. Oh no, it's got Chople. Oh, it's Choppleberry Ensign? Then my Aegislash dies. That's okay. Wait, never mind. My Aegislash doesn't die. Interesting. I'm at -1, though. I don't like that. Sneasler. Sneasler can't really do much to Aegislash. I think here we go for King's Shield. And we go for Will-O-Wisp, because we did get the Gravity up, right? Yeah, we went for Gravity last turn, so Will-O-Wisp is guaranteed into the Sneasler. Although, this does mean that our Aegislash is going to be at -2 after Incin comes back. Which is not good. Not particularly good, if you ask me. He did take out the Sableye, though. Here's the thing, Sneasler, especially that it's Willowed, it can't really do much at all to the Floette. The only real threat... Because what does it do to Delphox? I think what I have to do is... Do I have to cover for Incin swapping? Here's the thing, Iron Head... Like, the Sneasler's not a threat to either of my Pokemon. I have to recognize that the real threat here is Incin and Floette. I can deal with either one of them individually, but both of them at the same time is a threat. But they could swap to Incin here. I think I have to do this, and then Mega Evolve, Focus Blast into Sneasler. In case he swaps to Incin. Although I don't think Iron Head KOs the Floette. But I do tank a Dazzling Gleam. Okay. Maintenance confirmed at 9 PM. Yeah, I know. I double-checked that. Okay. He's using close combat. Ooh. I think I still tank the Dazzling Gleam. Okay, Sneasler does now well, Sneasler outsped before anyway, didn't it? No, it didn't. I still tank this. Yeah, Dazzling Gleam doesn't do much. And he didn't bring in the Incin, which means I'm at only -1 instead of -2. That's still going to do a good amount, and after Chip, that Floette dies in one more turn. So that Floette just dies after this turn. It's guaranteed. I can go for a Heat Wave to take it out before that point. And that is guaranteed, which means I get one more hits. I think what I do is I Sacred Sword into the Floette slot. Wait, where do I think it's going to come in? Where do I think the Incin's coming in? Although Aegislash moves second, so... I should always go into the Sneasler here. With Sacred Sword. And then go for Heat Wave. That's okay. That's... Ooh, that's not as okay. Well, it KOs both, and I do survive the one... Although he does have Fake Out pressure. But I think, at minus... I think even at -2, I survive. I think I still KO. Does it ignore stat drops? Does Sacred Sword ignore stat drops, or does it only ignore... Oh wait, Kingambit's in the back. Hold up. I forgot about one more Pokemon. This is like the 20th time this has happened to me. I definitely have to King Shield here. And I think the best play is... Hypnosis. Into Kingambit. Because it's guaranteed, isn't it? This is the last turn that's guaranteed. He's definitely going to go for Sucker Punch. I think what I have to... You know what? I have to make a bit of a read. I'm going to go for Sacred Sword into the Incin. And Hypnosis into the Kingambit. Although, was the Incin faster than my Aegislash? Because this might be a... Oh, wait. Fake Out just KOs me. I think I'm done for. I should have... Yeah, I'm done for. I don't think I had a way around that, though. Because my Delphox doesn't have... My Delphox didn't have Protect. If my Delphox had Protect, then I would have just double protected there, but... that's alright. Okay, another battle. Okay, Charizard Floette with Basculegion in the back. I hate the stupid fish! Okay, I think we need to have Aurorus in the back to overwrite Weather, and Aurorus is really good into Charizard. Delphox is really good into Floette. So I think what we do here is we lead Sableye, Delphox, apply some immediate pressure to either one, and then in the back have Aurorus, and I think we need to have Hydreigon. I don't like it into potential Floette. The thing is, both Floette and Charizard are good into, or are bad. They're both Megas. You don't want to not Mega them. So, I don't think the Floette's coming because the Delphox is a worse threat for the Floette. Given that, I think Hydreigon is my better option to deal with the Basculegion in the back. And I think leading Sableye with Delphox is the right play here. Although, what do I do against Sneasler lead? I don't know, to be honest. But, you know, I don't have more time to think about it, so we'll just go into it. Okay, they're leading Whimsicott Floette. Darn it, they brought Floette. I brought the wrong Pokemon. Okay, well then. They probably just Tailwind and then get a strong Fairy move off. I think what I do is I put them to sleep. So, we're going to do Gravity, because I can tank one hit, and then Hypnosis into their Floette. I can definitely tank a hit. Because I'm a Fire type. I resist Fairy. I have... Well, I'm literally guaranteed to move first with Prankster. Well, not first, I guess. Okay. It's just using Moonblast into the Sableye. Now here's a good question. Floette. If this is... Wait a minute. What? Hold up. Okay, well, it moves faster. We have one guaranteed turn of sleep. It KO'd through Roselia Berry. Okay, Hydreigon seems pretty free here with a Snarl. I think... Although Moonblast from... Yeah, I think Aurorus is the better play. Because I can tank a Moonblast. Fairy Aura boosted Moonblast. There's no way that, And Whimsicott probably outspeeds. So, we go for Blizzard every time here. And I think just Heat Wave. This seems really free. And I don't know if anything really wants to switch in on that. Anything. Maybe Charizard, but they didn't bring Charizard if they brought Floette. Maybe the fish. Actually, the fish would switch in very happily on that. I could go for Psyshock into the Floette slot, maybe predicting a fish swap. But I think it's better to try and KO the Whimsicott here so that I don't deal with it in the future. Okay, he did swap. And it is the fish. You know, maybe... Wait, Whimsicott's locking me into hypnosis? Okay, I'll take it. Let me put your whole team to sleep. If that's what you really want. Okay. That seems like a bizarre freeze. Okay. I think the right play here is Thunder into the Basculegion. And I guess I Hypnosis a slot. Maybe the Whimsicott, I guess, since I'm locked. It has a chance to wake up here. Or it has a chance to unfree. It has a chance to thaw. So I guess we'll Hypnosis the Whimsicott. This also covers for any potential switch. It doesn't matter, though. It's important to note, this is Scarf Basculegion. Which means this probably dies. Yeah, it does. I do this, they definitely won't bring blank, and then they do. Oh wait, no, it might not be Scarf because it was under Tailwind. I forgot the Tailwind's still active. Okay, Sneasler. Once again, I think the Sneasler can't really do much here. We can go for Blizzard again. Do that or Thunder. But Blizzard just seems more, I don't know, free. And I guess I Hypnosis the Sneasler. Since I have to. Oh no, you made me put my whole team to sleep. I survive this every time. I'm spec'd specifically to take that hit. And it is White Herb Sneasler. That's unfortunate. But now it's a sleeping White Herb Sneasler. Literally, their entire team is either asleep or frozen right now. Both the Floette in the back and the Sneasler that I just... And they both still have one guaranteed turn of sleep, I believe. Unless the Floette doesn't. I'm no longer Encored, and their Tailwind's gone, so now I outspeed. The Sneasler's guaranteed... The Sneasler is guaranteed to sleep this turn. So it's not a threat. I think we go for Blizzard. And the Floette... I think we go for Psyshock into the Floette. Because it definitely hits harder than Heatwave would. And Blizzard should KO. If I survive this. The Floette's asleep, which... Wait, Wait, how'd the Floette outspeed? Floette shouldn't outspeed me there. How did the Floette outspeed me? I'm 201 speed. I'm very confused right now. Okay, well, we'll do another match. Oh, wait, it probably protected. That's probably what it was. It probably went for Protect. They probably both went for Protect. Priority moves. That explains it. Probably trying to stall the weather. Okay, this time around. Okay. Once again, we have... Sylveon does not look good for Hydreigon. Charizard is probably their... Well, Aerodactyl might be a Mega. Theoretically, Garchomp could be too, but I doubt it. Aurorus does look pretty good here. We have 3 Ice Weak Pokemon. And we do have that he's a Sunsetter. And I do outspeed their whole team minus Aerodactyl. But what I can do is I can lead these guys. Well, okay. I think I go for Aegislash here. Sorry about that, I got interrupted. I was thinking the whole time, though. I think Aegislash, Aurorus, And, yeah, we're gonna do this. The Aegislash looks actually really good into this team. This is gonna be the last game, though. Okay, wait a minute. We have a potential funny play here. They're gonna want to go for Earthquake because it looks really safe. But we're gonna go for Gravity for King's Shield. They almost always quick Earthquake here. And Tailwind. Come on, come on, come on. I really hope that I'm right about this. It's always a funny play when this happens. Earthquake. Okay, Tailwind. And Earthquake looks really tempting here because there's a Steel type on the field. There it is, everybody! Bye-bye, Aerodactyl. Well, or go down to Sash. It goes down to Sash. That's okay. Okie dokie. We can quash something here to get the Aegislash to move before it. I don't think I OHKO the Garchomp, though, so I think the better play is to Will-O-Wisp the Garchomp. Or do we just swap? We don't have any Pokemon that particularly wants to take an Earthquake. I think we Will-O-Wisp the Garchomp. And go for... Do we just go for, say, Poltergeist? They don't have any normal types in the back, so... I don't know, I'm just going to go for Poltergeist here. Aegislash should be able to tank this after it's now halved. The damage is halved. Dual Wing Beat, that's okay. Sableye did his whole job. No changes for new season. We don't know yet. New season's not going to be live for like another 3 hours. Oh, and also, we're going to Poltergeist. He KO'd his own Aerodactyl. So we actually get a Poltergeist off into the Garchomp. Wait, what happened? Wait. Did it have no item? Was it no item Garchomp? I missed it. I entirely missed what happened. Oh dang, I thought it'd be up by now. It isn't up until after... Wait, what happened? Okay, well... Blizzard seems really good here. Although he's definitely just gonna Mega. I did not consider that. He's gonna Mega and overwrite the weather. And then probably Heat Wave and Earthquake, which probably KOs the Aurorus, not being in the snow. And he has 2 Pokemon in the back. I think I need to Protect here? I need an Ancient Power the Charizard. And then King's Shield. Do I tank an Earthquake plus Heat Wave? I am weak to the Earthquake. Although if he was really... he could double me with a Leaf Blade, or Leaf Solar Power. Alright, Heat Wave. This can't miss because of gravity. I definitely died to that. Well, he's a burned Garchomp, though. Oh, he's going for Rock Slide. That's weaker and not Stab. As long as I don't flinch here... As long as I don't flinch, there's a chance. I KO! I KO that Charizard every time with that. The thing is, how much does the weather benefit me at this point? Not much at all. Sylveon. Okay. I think I have to let Auroras go down. Do they have... They have one more turn of Tailwind. I have to let Auroras go down to... Try a Blizzard off, maybe, and then... Ironhead the Sylveon. SA. Oh, Auroras survived that. If it goes for Hyper Voice, though, then Auroras just goes down. Mystical Fire. Oh, no, that's really bad. That's... Well, actually, wait a minute. Blizzard probably KOs the Garchomp here, though. And it's guaranteed to hit because Gravity's still active. Which means all we have left is to deal with is the Sylveon, which the Sylveon can't really do anything to my... Their Tailwind petered out, which means I outspeed. I think I win this one. I think I use Psyshock. Because now I go for... Oh, they just resigned. Okay, cool. That was a good game. I'm a bit more proud of that one being my last game of the season and not one where I just got a bunch of flinches. Oh well. Okay, well. Ending at 1761, number 163,000 in the world. That's where we're ending out. I know that there's still like 15 minutes left in the season. There's 18 minutes, actually 17 minutes left in the season. But I have got to go take care of something. So, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you all have a wonderful day.